What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your Brewmaster-in-Chief. And tonight, in the BrewLab, I'm coming at you with a Rakdos Ob Nixilis deck. Who would have thought, huh? Probably one of my... I don't know, it's just a card I'm quite bored to play against, but of course it's only because I feel that it is just a little bit overpowered, and sometimes I want to play with the overpowered cards. And this is a very simple shell, and it's actually been doing some work for me. So, without further ado, let's jump into tonight's brew. I'm just calling it Casualties, because we are making a little bit use of the casualty mechanic. The very first card in the deck is Grisly Sigil, which is actually pretty good. Went a little bit kind of under my radar. For 1 mana, and by paying casualty 1, we of course have plenty of things. It could be the devil, it could be any of these guys that have blitz, it could be the Shambling Ghast. There's plenty of things that we can sacrifice to the Grisly Sigil, and we can do, okay, so it's, if it was, so you choose a target creature or planeswalker. If it was dealt non-combat damage this turn, so damage from a spell, then it deals 3 damage to it, and you gain 3 life. Otherwise, it deals 1 damage to it, and you gain 1 life. So you can target one thing, and have it do 4 damage, and you gain 4 life. Because they both go on the stack, the first trigger and the second one because of the casualty, and if you target the same creature, the first one does it 1 damage, but then because it's now received non-combat damage, the second one does 3. So it's 4 total and 4 life gain, which is very, very nice. The life gain is great. Then we've got Shambling Ghast as just cheap sack fodder for the Grisly Sigil, for Deadly Dispute, for the Ob Nixilis, for the Immersturm Predator. So there's just plenty of reasons why Shambling Ghast is great. You might consider, I don't know, maybe Eye Twitch or the new Witness guy, but I still just think Shambling Ghast, the treasure, and the -1/-1 against things like Talia, and that is just so good. So going with the Shambling Ghast in this build. Then we've got a full play set of Strangle, just nice early game damage. Like, you can handle quite a lot of the stuff that gets played between turn 1 and turn 3 in the format, up to and including things like in mono green, the the 3/3 wolf guy whose name I can never remember, but just also like a turn 1 Kamano faces Kakazan into turn 2 Luminarch Aspirant, becomes a 3/3, you untap, you can kill it with a Strangle. It's just plenty of, like, I don't know, the options were things like play with fire, or Bolt, Stormblessed Bolt, which is actually really nice for shutting down things like opponents' Shambling Ghast and Eye Twitches and things, which is still lots of running about. But just that 1 extra damage for 1 mana is so significant that I've decided to go with Strangle this time around. Let's see how it plays for me. Then we've got full play set of Deadly Dispute for some card draw. Nothing needs to be said more about this card. Ended up being like one of the best cards from the D&D set. Then we've got Tenacious Underdog and Riveteers Requisitioner. These are 2 of our 2 drops that both have Blitz and are both 3 power, which are obviously great things to sacrifice to the Ob Nixilis' casualty, because then they both come in as 3/3s, and that's obviously great. And if you're sacrificing the 1 to the Ob Nixilis, you can just cast it again for its cost from the graveyard. If you're sacrificing the other, you get a treasure, which is great. So both are just amazing things to charge up our Ob Nixilis on turn 3, which is what we're going for with this deck. It's just one of those, right? But then instead of going for, like, I don't know, more planeswalkers, more control, or like, I don't know, just better, this is trying to go like a lot more low to the ground, real quick Ob Nixilis type of a deck, which shuts games down with Immersturm Predator rather than the Ob Nixilis. The Ob Nixilis is just kind of there to gain you a bit of life and annoy the opponent, right? So yeah, the devils are obviously great for the Immersturm Predator as well as all of the other creatures because we can keep it alive. It dodges Vanishing Verse. It's still a pretty nice threat in the format. And yeah, the plan is pretty straightforward, right? Just go destroying everything the opponent plays, get out of Ob Nixilis, and start plussing it. And if you can't win that way, just slam them in the face with an Immersturm Predator every turn. That can be made indestructible in numerous ways. And we've got card draw and ramp from the Requisitioner and the Deadly Dispute as far as the ramp is concerned with treasures as well as the Shambling Ghast. Then we've got card draw with all the Blitz and the Deadly Dispute. It's a bit of life gain with the Grisly Sigil as well as the +1 from Ob Nixilis, as long as we have a devil in play. So quite nice actually. And then a nice sweeper, of course, Meathook Massacre, still the best one in the format. As far as the lands are concerned, we've got 2 of each of the creature lands. I put 2 of each of the legendaries. May end up going down to 1 each, but so far it's been okay. Then there's 4 basic swamps, 4 basic mountains, 2 Fill the Ruins, 4 Haunted Ridges, and 4 Blightstep Pathways. That's the deck. Let's jump into some games. Ranked casualties, best of 1. Where's my beer? Cheers. Oh. Padro. Sure thing. Oh, could be Dimir. Never mind. Okay. Yeah, I was debating whether to Grisly Sigil his adversary. But it's probably best to just Deadly Dispute and get some cards. Okay, Meathook Massacre was a good reward there. Take some damage. It's okay. Got the Massacre. Maybe we top deck something to... Okay, so it is Boros. Thought maybe mono red for a second.
I don't need respect, just obedience. Go sow some chaos.
Okay. So just throwing out an Ob Nixilis as a bit of bait. Like, here, attack it. Maybe I'd rather you attack it than face or something like that. Then the opponent. Oh, mate. Okay, well that's Meathook Massacre. That's just feels so fantastic.
My revenge will be cruel and painful.
Fortunately, they still have a pretty full hand, which could mean many things. Okay, okay. Not cool, but could be worse. Oh, God. Really? I had to do that to get something there with which to, you know, have the Immersturm survive. We're just going really low, which is a bit of a risk against Boros, of course, but what can you do? Okay, we got two things. Come on, buddy. What you got? Just Boros all day, every day. He may just have the mana to kill me right now. One play with fire, one royal eruption. There we go. My plan is to take these out of his yard in case he has another bloodthirsty adversary in hand. I wish he'd played a bigger creature so that I could do, you know, more damage. Very smart. I can still activate a den. Oh, oh, it's tight. Okay, he may have another bloodthirsty adversary and then the valorous stance. That's okay. Then I'll just have to let the Immersturm Predator die. Yeah. Otherwise, he can attack. Oh, I can still block. Oh, tight match. Woo. Nice. Still have mana for the den.
I've conquered entire plains. My goons will make quick work of you. Easy.
Heavy days. Not a single one of our... Well, I mean, I'm pretty happy about the no underdog situation because our life total's pretty... Ay caramba. Okay. We take 1 damage no matter what. We're going bam. Something like that. Oof, the Meathook is just so essential.
Defy me, and you'll lose everything.
I could have won there. I could have just attacked. That was so stupid. Whoops. That was a huge misplay. I can't believe I just blanked out like that. I just could have attacked with the den. I guess I just feel like having a bit of fun toying with the guy. I was really dumb. Cannot believe I just didn't attack there. It's 3, 4 plus 6 would have been game. Sure.
Don't think you're some big hero.
Now he's got the blocker. He may even activate his own den. No, yeah, he could. Didn't think so, though. Oh, I love beating some Boros, baby. It feels good. Could have done it a turn earlier, but yeah. A little rusty. First match of the day. Let's hope that this trend continues. I love getting a first game victory. Nothing better. As you saw, the Ob Nixilis isn't the main thing in the deck, right? I mean, if you do get to make a big one, and ooh, that's sweet. But it's really just there to like provide a few devils, occasionally gain you a bit of life, make the opponent maybe discard a thing or two. Like, it's occasional value rather than the main win con. Ooh, Mr. 264 with mono white aggro. Mono white could roll. 3 Immersturm Predators in the top 10 cards of our library. Top 9. Sure, happens all the time, right? There's definitely Wandering Emperors in here aplenty. As if his logo there didn't give it away. I'm gonna attack anyway. And then whichever one he targets, I will sacrifice to the Predator.
I've learned much during my travels. Let me show you.
Ooh. Oh, sweet. Nice.
Let your blade do the talking.
That's way better. I'm happy with that. So the only problem is, I guess he can exile me now. Very nice. It's almost as if he knew exactly what he was doing.
You're done.
Fortunately for us, we can follow it up with a lovely play.
Families call me their adversary. Shake down the local by coin.
Uyakasha.
Carnage. Tribute his own.
It's fine. No problem. No problem.
Next time, I'll cut you down. My goons will make quick work of you.
Farewell could be very problematic at this point. And I am fairly certain it's being played in this deck, like almost 100% guaranteed.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Comes the other Wandering Emperor. Of course, he will go for my Immersturm Predator.
Now you've done it. That's coming off.
Oh, baby. I might... No, okay. Oh, no. What could it be? The, okay, okay. I mean, I've got no way of getting it back from the yard. So rather than deadly disputing it, I think I'd rather just get the 3-2. No? Surely?
I guess that's it then. May your blade strike true.
Your punishment is my entertainment.
Sure. Vitalize of all things. This is the token copy, so I can make more. If that makes any sense.
Families call me their adversary. I like coin or carnage.
Oh baby, I love Ob
Your
Nixilis so
punishment
much.
is my entertainment.
Oh baby, off you go, my friend. Oh, nothing quite like beating a control deck. Ob Nixilis is so busted, like I think it just faded off a little bit. I've heard already a few people mentioning this, like post-rotation, it's gonna be everywhere. Right now there's maybe a few other things that are better to be doing in that, but ooh, post-rotation, I really, what I'm praying for, honestly, is for Wizards of the Coast to decide, and I think they've done it for the last 2 years now, so I don't see why they would not again, because it was being very popular every time. Make the play queue where it's like standard 2023, and they'll you'll only be able to play with the sets that will be available post-rotation. So it'll create like a cool new meta before the new cards come, because it's still a long time. It's still far, far away. We gotta survive until, you know, I believe it's around the 9th or the 10th of September, the next standard Eagle set. So Mr. Kurosawa. Okay, third land and we're in business. Actually, yeah, regardless, we're doing pretty nicely here. I like this hand very much. It's pretty much like our full curve. And if we don't draw a third land, we can then dispute the Riveteers Requisitioner. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This could totally be, that's what I was just talking about. That's very problematic, obviously. I don't know how we're going to get around this, because he's going to have those phase out things slip out the back. So even our Meathook Massacres, woo, scary, scary stuff. Good idea to put... It's okay, this is a very different Virtuoso deck. I like it. You may even have that security bypass in hand now. Do we even have anything left that can get rid of this now in the deck? We don't have any like hard removal. Bad news bears. Uh-oh. Devil down in front of the Virtuoso. See what happens. Such a good card, man. My previously shown Azorius Tempo aggro deck from a few days ago. You guys should go check that out again if you haven't already. It's easily one of the best decks I've put together in a while.
You work for me now, runt. My coin or carnage. Tribute is owed.
Tribute is owed. Oh, okay. Interesting. Fading Hope on the Devil? No? Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Okay. I'm gonna let this one through. I want to keep that devil there and make another devil and play my Predator.
Shake down the locals. Defy me, and you'll lose everything.
Now we have an indestructible blocker, potentially. As long as he can't find a way to make that Virtuoso unblockable, we're okay-ish, I think. I doubt he's got any sort of... it could be that Mavinda. Surprised he attacked with the aspirants. Maybe a bit of a mistake. I'm down with the mistakes, mate. Okay, so...
Your punishment is my entertainment. Defy me, and you'll lose everything.
Imagine he has like Wandering Emperor. Come on, Mr. Kurosawa. Have you got like March of the what's the blue one called? The Blue March would be problematic, big time. Wow, he's making me wait like crazy. Is this the salty rope or actual thinking? Opponent. Opponent. Anybody there? Okay, I think it's the salty robe, honestly. I think he's realized his pending doom. Skadoosh. Well, I'm not about to concede. You guys are just gonna have to stick with my ugly mug talking to you while we wait for the salty robe, because this is all too sweet to me. I seriously thought we might lose that one. The life gain is easily the best part about this card. Oh my lord. Mr. Kurosawa. What a salty person. Hee hee hee. Undefeated so far. Loving life. Climbing back up into the upper thousands. I just play ranked on stream. I don't really play ranked during the day. I'm just playtesting too much. And then, you know, when it goes so well like this, it makes me so happy. Alright, last match of the day. Let's try and end on a win. Get for the nice clickbaity title. 100% win rate. Undefeated. Rakdos. Keen Blaze. Number 652. Ooh, Azorius. Probably gonna be another one of these Virtuoso decks. Could be. Or it could be just a full-on control deck, which would be devastating. On to 11 though. Okay. Definitely just full-on control nonsense. Sure. Okay. No land again. Pretty bad. Against the Devastating Mastery type of a deck. I can feel this, like Sunset Revelry. Celestis. It's just... Man, I call it too often. May need to worry about a counter spell. Imagine we get our Ob Nixilis Jawari'd. Please, one land. Just a black source. Stuck on 3 lands. Should be the name of the channel. Told you guys a few times. Oh my god. Are you kidding me, dude? Even if they counter the one, we get the other.
I don't need respect, just obedience. Go ahead.
Nice.
Plead for mercy.
Third Revitalize in the top 20. Nice.
By coin or carnage, tribute is owed.
Just give me a land, mate. How many cards in my library do I have to get through? Thank goodness. Nice, we go grab a black sauce. That's where we have the dispute up. That's actually fantastic. Although, I wonder, I mean, if this is the typical kind of Hullbreaker horror type of a shenanigans.
You work for me now, runt.
I just have a feeling it's Faithful Mending holding up priority, not a counter spell. Somehow I just don't think he's playing that type of... Oh wow. I forget I said anything. Oh god, help me. Anything but this type of deck. This is like a CGB special. It's the type of stuff that just drives me insane. 0 win cons.
Defy me, and you'll lose everything.
Could be Wandering Emperor at this point, I wouldn't be surprised. Deluge. What a rat. What a rat. Absolute rat.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Can you believe these type of people? Like, what fun do you get out of doing something so lame? At least this is the token. So if we find another Ob Nix, we can
By coin or carnage, tribute is owed.
let's go for the non-blitzed version. Another deluge. Wow. What a boring deck, man. This is just the worst. so lame. Honestly, like, the worst kind of players. Like, I wonder what the win con is, if it's Heartbreaker Horror or what's going on.
Go ahead. Plead for mercy.
Of course. Of course.
My judgment is final. Back to wandering.
I think it's just the mending holding up priority this time. It's another dissipate. Okay. Wow. Wow, this is just the worst. Like, unbelievably boring. Of course, everybody's allowed to play whatever magic they consider to be funnest. I am not the magic police, but this is just the worst. Imagine being this kind of person.
Crumbles.
Unbelievable, this guy. Like, just like what this is the worst. Nothing can beat this type of nonsense. Like, and I you know, I love the guy, and again, I'm not the magic police. Play whatever you want. But this for me is the lamest type of magic you could possibly play. CGB, my friend, you and your fellow Azorius control mages. Like, what are we doing here? Like, what are you trying to do here, dude?
The future looks bright for one of us.
He's probably just gonna try and be smashing me with the hole. We just flooding.
This is hardly my worst defeat.
What in crikey, mate? Like, anything other than a land, please, would be just great. Why isn't... Got to be kidding me, man. Wow, what a great load of rubbish. Against this matchup, I'm like just wasting my time. Can't believe we had to end tonight with this. Really just the worst possible way to end a lovely night of Magic. Salty Lone Fox, engage. Wow. What have I still got in my library? We've still got 3 Ob Nixilises, 1 Immersturm, 3 Riveteers, 1 Tenacious Underdog. Yeah. I think we should probably just concede. Those are probably all counter spells. Alright, that's going to be it for tonight's gameplay footage. I'm not sticking around for that shit. Thank you all so much for watching. Thanks for bearing with the salty lone fox at the end there. Those types of decks, they're just toying with you. Even whatever glimmer of hope you see at the end of the tunnel, he's gonna have like another, he foretold those two. They're probably both sword comings. Even if I do top deck something, he'll counter it. I'm just wasting my time. Eventually he'll hit me with those Hall of the Storm Giants. So I'm just gonna pull the plug and jump back into the deck, give you guys my final thoughts. I think it's pretty freaking amazing. I like the Grisly Sigil and Strangle as our removal. I think the only problem is the lack of instant speed removal. It would have been a problem there with his creature lands, which is why I put in 2 Fields of Ruins in this particular brew, which I've been kind of omitting of late, to make up for that lapse. Because I did want to try the casualty stuff. Otherwise maybe just March of Otherworldly Light or Blood Chief's Thirst might be better, but I just did like the life gain. So yeah, just giving it a whirl. Grisly Sigil, kind of really nice. Didn't get to show it off to its full potential in those matches, but that first game against Boros did come in pretty clutch to gain us those critical few last points of health. Otherwise, yeah, amazing. The amount of times you can get a turn 3 of like 2-3 loyalty Ob Nixilis on turn 3 by having the Tenacious and the Riveteer as our 2 drops is ridiculous. And then just plenty of stuff to sacrifice to Immersturm Predator to make a nice big flyer. And I wouldn't make a single adjustment. I like it just as it is. That's going to be it for tonight's gameplay footage. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Join the Discord community. Link in the description as well as the top pinned comment. I will see you all tomorrow with some fresh brews. And until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab signing out. Peace, y'all.